MYX Finance. So this launched and it did really, really well off the back of launch. It actually had a really solid price rise. Now, price has dropped off. It's about a fifth of kind of what it was at, a tenth of what it was at a kind of peak. Usage has dropped. We're going to dive into the numbers here. The numbers are what matter, particularly for any kind of DEX, any game, anything, right? Now, before I get into it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were coins that I expected were going to do very, very well and make a lot of money, which is obviously why I showed myself buying them. These were their prices when I recorded and released my videos. These are the highs these coins hit in the last bull cycle. And these are what your profits would have been if you'd have popped $100 into them. If you'd have done that for every single one, that would have been a $2,600 investment. In the last bull cycle, that would have netted you a profit of over 123 grand, which is pretty good. But it took about 16 months. Now, you don't have 16 months to get things sorted. And if you're sitting on cryptos you're not happy with, if there are coins that are simply not performing for you, you have got to get it fixed. If you don't know where to begin, have a look at copymycrypto.com/YouTube. So this is the special offer I'm running right now for my YouTube followers. You get full access to my site, full membership to my site for half price, and there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. On the site, I share with my members all the cryptos I own. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to be buying or selling and the price I'm going to be buying or selling at. So my members get in and out crypto same price as me, so they make the same profit. If you go onto the site as well, you will see some of the profits the members have made, some of the successes that led there. Whether it's a meme coin the members held for a couple of weeks and it did over a 300x, or whether it's Phantom, which in the last bull cycle comfortably one of the best performers. Myself, my members got in at half a cent. It went up to $3.46. That's just shy of 700 times our investment. This is public record, so you can verify. A number of my members became millionaires from that one alone. And if you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle this year, all you got to do to find out is join up on the site, guys. Now, MYX Finance. So I think it's about a tenth. I think it went up to $19. Yeah, $19. So it's about a tenth of that, right? It has a few holders, 75,000. It had a pretty goddamn good surge at the end of October. I think that was off the back of a Binance Alpha listing. Now, look, we have seen the emergence of huge amounts of perpetuals markets. This is kind of another one of these. So it's a non-custodial derivatives exchange. It enables on-chain trading of perpetual contracts for pretty much any token within an existing AMM. Now, the protocol was introduced to lower the capital cost of providing liquidity. It removes network-related barriers for traders, streamlines the trading flow, so advanced derivatives are as accessible as spot swaps. Now, everyone should at this point realize the huge surge we have seen in perpetual markets. Asta is doing trillions of dollars in volume. I mean, and the thing is you cannot actually forget that the crypto market, in terms of derivatives, is undervalued, which is mad to say. But don't forget, traditional market, like it's under where it should be in terms of volume, or it's starting to get there. You know, traditional markets are doing quadrillions of dollars. Quadrillions of dollars. Numbers that you can't even put into context, right? So we're going to see the emergence of these. Now, the staying power of these is going to be bloody hugely important. Like, which ones capture people's attention? Which ones do traders use more regularly? That's going to be the most important thing. MYX Finance have got about 21%, 22% of the supply out right now. There are going to be token unlocks. So token unlocks are every quarter. So every 3 months, give or take. And the initial allocations are ecosystem incentives for the next sort of 8 months. Then after that, private investors start getting theirs. When private investors start getting theirs, it is worth noting that there can be price drops. They are going to sell. Private investors, highly likely to sell. They got in early. They got in at better price points than it is right now. They will likely sell. So from May of next year, decent shot of selling pressure. Until then, Really, the success of this is going to be driven by the underlying numbers. The underlying numbers, frankly, not wonderful. So, total volume looks good, 112 billion, but that is total volume, right? So, day on day, and this is cumulative chart, right? So, day on day, what are we looking at here? Approximately 300 mil. Yeah, about 300 mil in trading volume. So it's not bad. It's not bad, but open interest has dropped off huge. Open interest dropped off huge. So if we can look at underlying numbers, that's what we want, man. That's always what we want. Numbers help with everything. Okay, so if we go to MYX, this just brings me to the main page, doesn't it? So obviously they've got the airdrop. You can stake, by the way. So stake, delegate. So 1.5 million are staked right now. So you literally just decide the minimum amount. You've got to have a minimum of 10. So you stake, you decide where you're delegating it. You can see what your APY will be. APYs are pretty damn good here. And you earn. It is worth bearing in mind the unstaking period is a week. Do not lock up anything if you need access to it. Yeah? If this is going to be a quick hold for you, you can't lock it up because you will not be able to get hold of it for 7 days. If you think this is going to be a coin that will just have 1 day in the next few days or in the next 7 days or even next couple of weeks where it's just going to do 100% rise, you can't lock it up because you are not going to get access to it to sell it. So be aware of that. This is slippage-free. Slippage-free trading. There are very, very low fees. I mean, it's a very strong perpetuals DEX. They have good earning capabilities as well. But again, I do want to highlight these are vaults. These are liquidity vaults based on like ETH/USD. You have certain risks when you are using when you're supplying liquidity or providing liquidity, and that is realistically, if the prices change, you're gonna be at risk of what's called impermanent loss. It is always worth paying attention to that. If you're not sure how that works, please look into it before you start supplying liquidity, because you might go, holy crap, a 10% yield's amazing. But if you don't understand the risks of impermanent loss, you will not understand that you can actually end up being worse off. So yeah, look into that. Let's have a look at the funding rate. So the funding rate right now, 0.0012%. That's for ETH. Let's see what Bitcoin is. Is everyone the same? Oh, there we go. Party has changed a bit. Sky changed a bit. BNB I would have thought would change, yeah. BNB had a lot of volatility as of late. Pump will have definitely changed. Okay, so funding rate's pretty different across the board. Overall data I'm not enamored with here. Comprehensive data monitoring. So these are all based on Singaporean times. Users 178,000. Total value locked. 24 million is not a lot of value locked. I would have thought there'd be more. Open interest. See, this is what I mean. Like, normally, open interest north of a couple mil. It's not been that high late. Seems like it's on a bit of a downtrend. ETH, pretty stable. Sky actually improving. Wow, no one's trading Solana. BNB. Okay. See, open interest really low on BNB. So, trading doesn't seem massive here. Trend doesn't seem massive. I mean, they're saying 94% down, but that is obviously not fully accurate, because if I jump back onto here, I can see that Bitcoin is saying, well, it was saying, where's it gone? Okay, so open interest, not great. Open interest gone. Thought it was there. This has dropped off a lot, and maybe it's the emergence of Asta. Maybe it's just that Asta's so damn strong, it's doing so much volume. I mean, it's literally done trillions of dollars since it launched. Maybe that's it. Maybe just the excitement around MYX has dissipated because of the emergence of Asta as just such a strong project. Keeping an eye on the underlying numbers is very, very important here. Very, very, very important. Chart. Okay. Might have found the reason for the pullback. Denies fraud allegations after $170 million airdrop controversy, published on September 10th. Oh, 10th. Okay. Full article. Quick little look-see. See if we can get it. The platform said its airdrop included anti-Sybil protections under its Cambrian campaign. Has denied allegations of manipulation tied to its recent token airdrop, responding to claims made by blockchain. You see, this is the thing. BubbleMap said it identified nearly 100 wallets that were all funded via OKX. Before the event, together these wallets secured 9.8 million tokens worth about 170 million. The firm called it the biggest airdrop Sybil of all time. Okay, so might have been some markets messing there. Could have see things like that. You know, whenever you see it, cause for concern in my eyes. It's always worth investigating, but key thing for me is going to be data. It's always data. How are the numbers changing for MYX? You want to see upticks in user base. You want to see upticks in overall. They're all backed by good names, you know, Sequoia and Consensus, no joke. You want, they've not been very active either. October 27th, October 31st. They're not active enough. I don't really put too much stock in social media, but it is important that you've got to be more active. I'm hesitant to say this is going to do much more than $5 right now. It's quite a dramatic pullback that it's experienced. There's news that's going to scare people. Now, of course, I've not dived into that. It is absolutely worth diving in. The team have obviously denied any misconduct. Okay, but Bubble Maps have obviously highlighted that there could be misconduct of some description. Probably not the word, but it's a market fuckery, for lack of a better term. I'd be looking at underlying numbers of open interest. How is that shifting? Underlying numbers of volume, underlying numbers of user base. How is that changing? If they get a month on month where it starts improving nicely, it's going to start rising quite quick. Could it get back to like billion-dollar market caps? Absolutely. Could it get back to multiple billion-dollar market caps? Absolutely. But now they've got to start taking a market share from Asta. And at the moment, that looks a real challenge because everyone seems to be going there. So that's the problem. I also don't like the numbers for total value locked. I think it's too low. So that is also, for me, a cause for concern. I think this has a shot of getting back to $5. This is probably one I personally wouldn't invest in, just off the back of it's quite a big pullback in quite a short space of time. It's quite, there's a possibility of messing with the markets in that initial airdrop phase, which probably isn't a big deal right now, but it sets the tone for how I feel and how I think about the team, or at least the participants from the VC front. And I also think the competition now is rife. And Asta's killing it. Asta, whatever you want to call it, is killing it. And I think it's going to be very hard to usurp them right now. But what do you guys think? There's 78,000 holders of you out there. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? How are you feeling about the massive pullback? How are you feeling about the team and the possibility of market messing? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And we're in a bull cycle. If you're sitting on coins you're not happy with, if there are cryptos not performing, you've got to get fixed. If you don't know where to begin, get onto copymycrypto.com/YouTube. This is the special offer I'm running for my YouTube followers. You get full access to the site, full membership to the site for half price. And there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. On the site, I share with my members the coins I own. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the crypto that I'm buying or selling and price I'm doing it at. If you go onto the site, you'll see some of the profits the members have made. You'll see some of the successes that led to those profits. Whether it is a meme coin the members were in and out of in a fortnight, they did over 300x. Whether it's Phantom, which in the last bull cycle was comfortably one of the best performers. Myself, my members got in at 0.5 cent. It went up to $3.46. You know, myself, my members, just shy of 700 times our investment. Some of them became millionaires from that one alone. This is all public record, so you can verify it all online. And if you like what you see and you want to find out the coins that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle this year, all you got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. If you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, folks, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.